factory received a massive rush order, one that almost certainly couldn't be completed on time. The workers were already stretched thin, deadlines were piling up, pressure was building. Most managers would have responded the same way: work harder, move faster, stay later. They would have issued commands and expected obedience. This manager chose a different approach. Instead of giving orders, he gathered his team together, explained the situation honestly, and began asking questions. Do you think there's any way we can handle this? What changes might help us make it work? Are there any ideas we haven't considered? Something remarkable happened. The workers began solving the problem themselves. They suggested new approaches. They volunteered ideas. They found efficiencies management hadn't seen. Some offered extra effort. Others proposed changes in workflow. Gradually, what seemed impossible began to look achievable. And against the odds, the order was completed. The manager understood something many leaders, parents, teachers, and partners never learn. People resist being told what to do, but people love supporting ideas they helped create. Think about your own reaction to direct orders. Do this, do that. Handle it now. Even when the request is reasonable, something inside often pushes back. It's not necessarily the task itself. It's the feeling of having no voice in the decision. An order communicates that someone else has already done the thinking, and your role is simply to obey. That may produce compliance. It rarely produces enthusiasm. People tend to give their best effort when they feel involved. They want to contribute, not merely follow instructions. They want to feel that their judgment matters. That's where questions become powerful. A question changes the entire dynamic. What do you think? Would this approach work? How would you solve it? Instead of removing ownership, a question creates ownership. The other person becomes part of the solution. Their intelligence is acknowledged, their experience is respected, their ideas are invited into the process. And once people contribute to a plan, something interesting happens. They begin defending it. They become invested in its success because part of the solution belongs to them. A question doesn't just produce answers, it produces commitment. There was once a highly successful executive who became famous for rarely giving direct orders. Instead of saying, "Do this," he would ask, "How do you think this could be handled?" Rather than demanding a specific action, he would suggest possibilities and invite discussion. Some people viewed this as unusual. Others thought it took more time. But he understood the long-term advantage. People who are constantly ordered around never develop much initiative. They wait for instructions. They become dependent on direction. People who are encouraged to think become capable problem solvers. They learn judgment, they gain confidence, and they take greater ownership of their work. Of course, there is an important catch. The question has to be genuine. Many people try to disguise orders as questions. Don't you think you should do it my way? Wouldn't it be smarter to do exactly what I said? Those aren't questions. They're commands wearing costumes. Most people recognize the difference immediately. A genuine question means you're actually open to hearing another perspective. It means you're willing to let the answer influence the outcome. It means the respect you're showing is real rather than performative. Without that sincerity, the technique falls apart. People don't respond positively to manipulation. They respond positively to respect. That's why questions are often more effective than commands. Commands may produce short-term obedience, but questions create long-term engagement. Commands tell people what to think. Questions encourage people to think. Commands create followers. Questions create contributors. The next time you're tempted to issue an order, pause for a moment. Ask a question instead. You may discover a better solution than the one you started with. More importantly, you'll often gain something far more valuable than compliance. You'll gain ownership. And people work hardest for ideas they believe are partly their own. The strongest leaders don't spend their time commanding. They spend their time asking. And in doing so, they help others become authors of the solution rather than simply executors of the plan.